this video we'll talk about divisions of fractions. So probably when you were in school, the way you learn it is called something called inverse and multiply, which you change the division to multiplication and you flip the second term. But why do we do that? And I actually heard some teachers say, don't ask why inverse and multiply. So in this class, we want you to kind of dig a little bit deeper. So we're going to do a proof to show why this works. So if we started with 3, 4 divided by 5, 7, why is it the same as our invert and multiply? 3, 4, change division to multiplication, and then flip the second fractions, right? Why do they equal to each other? So we're going to need to show why. So one of the ways we can show this is using the complex fractions. So complex fraction is like you have a fractions on top of another fractions. So let's see. We started with 3, 4 divided by 5, 7. So the division is kind of like a fraction line, right? So if you have 3 divided by 3, 4 means 3 divided by 4, right? So I'm going to change this divide to my fraction line. And I'm going to put my first fraction up there, 3, 4. It's going to be divided by 5, 7. So the goal is to get the bottom equal to 1. By getting rid of the denominator through multiplying the reciprocal of the bottom to both top and bottom of the fractions. Okay, what does that mean? So let me write this one more time. I have 3, 4 on top, 5, 7 at the bottom. And if I want to change that to 1, remember we can multiply the same number both top and bottom. It's a legal step because I can cancel that and it's kind of like 1, right? So if I multiply the reciprocal of that, that would be 7 over 5. And then if I multiply another 7/5 here, then it's kind of like multiplying by 1, right? Because I can reduce them. So here, I'm going to cancel 5 and 5, 7 and 7. So it will turn the bottom part to become 1. And then we have 3/4 times 7/5. So that equal to 3/4 multiplied to 7/5. And remember, we started with the division like that, and then it changed to multiplication and flipped the second term. So that shows the two equal to each other. So that's one of the proof that we can show you the two equal to each other. And the second one, we are going to use missing factor. So we did those whole number with missing factor, but this one, if you need to pause the video, please feel free to do it. We're going to do another proof showing these questions, but this time we are going to show the proof by missing missing factor. So we started with 3, 4 divided by 5, 7 equal to 3, 4 times 7, 5. Okay, so that's the question. Remember missing factor, we are changing what to what? We're changing division to multiplication. So we started with 3, 4 divided by 5, 7 equal to something So we say, if I change it to multiplication, we started with 5, 7. Need to multiply something equal to 3, 4, right? So if you think about the whole number approach, for missing factor, we can have 6 times 5 equal to what? Is the same as 5 times, oh, sorry. If we have 6 divided by 3 equal to what? That's going to be the same as, change to multiplication, start with 3, right? Times something equal to 6, right? Sorry about that. That was a little bit messy. So again, missing factor means division change to multiplication, right? So if we started with a division problem, 6 divided by 3 equal to what? It would be the same as, if we rewrite that as multiplication, then 3 times something equal to 6. So what would that be? Like 2, right? So 6 divided by 3 equal to 2 also, right? Okay, going back to our question. Sorry, this is a little bit messy. So we set it up. We can break it into steps. Maybe this is a little bit more manageable. Step 1, we want to get this to 1. So we started with 5, 7 times something equal to 1. So what would that multiply to get to 1? Okay, hopefully you know it's the reciprocal, 7 on top, 5 at the bottom, because if we reduce it, then it'll be 1, right? And then picking up from 1, step 2 say, get to the answer part. So we started with 1, multiply something equal to the answer. Answer was 3/4. So 1 times 3/4 is 3/4, right? So the final answer is going to be the product of the two boxes. Which is 3/4 times 7/5, right? 7/5. 3/4 times 7/5. So we started with 3/4 divided by 5, 7. Now we found out that the answer equal to 3/4 times 7/5. So that's proving that the two are the same.